So the easiest thing to do is to take your toenail clipper and lining up the edge, and literally, if you just literally line it up at the edge, it'll snip right off. It'll always break horizontally. It will never break vertical.
Okay, really quick. So when you're pointing the clippers like that, at what angle?
It's just, my suggestion is don't use curve. Get yourself some straight edge toenail clippers. Tweezerman sells an awesome pair, okay? And you literally line in about a 1/16 of an inch, right? Just the edge.
Right.
I mean, you know, like an eighth of a centimeter, right? Just the edge of your, just the very, very edge of your nipper to take it off. And then what you want to be able to do is you need to get off. I mean, your natural nail is obviously all the way up to here, so I don't want to get all the way up to that point, right? The next step is to take your safety bit, which I have right here, right? And like, you have gels or acrylics on here?
It's acrylics.
So one of the things that I really do focus on is not keeping contact with one area while I move, right? So you'll notice as I'm actually feathering away all this acrylic on the front, you see how thin that is? Now when I get to this point, it's going to be a lot easier for me, see this, to get in and clip it all the way.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, like, I have practically removed all the acrylic. I've practically removed all the acrylic from the edge of the nail. Now, like, here's the thing, like, the technique to remove it is, you can see the position of my finger. I'm in an overgrip position here. My pinky is here. So I'm not gonna feather it side to side. I'm using a diagonal motion as I'm slowly tickling the surface of your nail, right? To get the rest of the glitter completely off your nail. And the client feels no heat at all, right? So, like, at this point, I'm not going to dig it all out. It's not necessary for me because we're going to be just changing out design. Like, because you have glitter on your nail, it's one thing. If it was a pink and white nail, I would clip it off and then cut your smile line in. It doesn't make any sense for me to take everything down, but since we're going to be doing a whole new nail, I'm going to get it as bare as I possibly can, and then I'm ready to rock and roll. The key is this positioning here and working parallel to your thumb. A lot of people try to work this way or this way or this way. You have to work this way, so that you have good positioning so that your hand doesn't shake. And then you could use the front end of your barrel to be a surgeon as you lightly feather it away. It's the only way to do it. Okay, so once we get most of it off, because at this point here, if you were to soak off that residue, like if I was to take acetone to that surface, right, soaking this off would take no more than 5 minutes because there's nothing there. Right? The problem is when people clip it off and they try to soak off a mound of acrylic, which is going to take anywhere from 20 to 30. If you have the electric filing skills to feather most of it off, you fell nothing through the whole thing. Correct. So it just proves, right? It's not the tools that do damage, it's the fools that do damage. Okay. I need to get an arbor band onto the nail. Okay, which is really important. And what we're going to do at a very gentle speed, I want to show you something inside of your wrist. That's the pressure I'm going to be using to prep your natural nail. So again, same thing, overgrip position, tickle, 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 feather, done.
Parallel to your thumb.
Parallel to your thumb, work diagonal, allows you to get around the cuticle area and work all the way from this side to this side. right? And in a very effective and fast motion. I'm going to swipe the nail, sorry about that.
That's all right.
We're going to take protein bond. And let's go ahead and change out the nail, okay? So here's the thing. When I'm putting a form on your finger, I need to, again, focus on your sides. I focus always in the middle of the nail. I don't focus here. I need to get it flush. And then I actually focus on putting pressure here, right? Not here, because my forms are so sticky, they don't come off. Like, and what it does is it'll allow me to keep my sidewalls, like as you guys can see from the side, it allows me to keep my sidewalls really, really straight. I don't have them angling down like this, okay? And you know as well as I do, when you create Russian almond or any type of pipe nail, the tip of the nail has to be pointed up so that you get your sidewall and your arch up. That way you could build a very, very straight side. Same concept when you're doing almond nails too. Even if you have an arch, if you slightly tilt it up, it makes it easier for you to build the front end pointed. I used to tilt it down a long time ago. Dude, that method is like outdated. It is. So what we're gonna end up doing is taking monomer, okay? And let's go ahead and build, I wanna build out a glitter nail that's going to be, that it's gonna look like, it's gonna look really dimensional, okay? So let's grab a few different colors. I'll show you a fast way to do this. So we're gonna take just a few specks of Mylar. I'm going to take just a couple specks of that. And again, any embellishment you decide to use. Now here's the best part about this. I don't need glitter mixed with acrylic. It's not necessary. I'm going to take this glitter. I'm going to take this glitter. I'm going to take this glitter.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm going to take, I need one more. And this glitter. And I need clear powder. So what we're gonna end up doing is this. Yes. So first, like, I'm not gonna, when you're doing design work, I need to establish a free edge. So I'm gonna get a really thin pearl of clear. I'm going to set it down. I'm going to literally, I'm gonna work it all the way out to the point that I want, right? And then with this Mylar, while it's wet, I am literally going to push it into the tip. I don't care what it looks like, right? Maybe a little bit more clear, couple dots here, this one here, okay? Couple more pieces through the body, really, really thin. So what we've established is that right there, okay? Now, what we want to be able to do, so you're based in Tennessee right now?
Yeah, Nashville area.
Nashville, right on. So Lauren Boyd, she's the lady on the second station over there. She's from Memphis. She won Nail Pros. She was the first top nail artist for Nail Pro magazine, and oh my, she's out of Memphis. I mean, her nails are like crazy. So as you can see, like, one of the things I really focus on is trying to keep my sidewalls really, really straight, coming off all the way to the very, very tip. The easiest way to do that, I'll explain, is like when I was judging competitions, I used to tell people, like, what you have to do is turn your client's hands to the side, and then what you can do is line it up at the lowest point like this, and then as you file up, what you're going to be able to do is meet the file to the corner, so you're going to be able to build razor sharp lower arches. You do, because the file will stay parallel to the finger rather than keeping your hand to the side like this and trying to file this way. You're blind, correct. So it doesn't matter with what shape, that is going to help tremendously. So again, looking at the side profile, what we want to be able to do, I don't have a lot to file. What I want to be able to do is keep it through the center, so my upper arch is really nice. I'm going to come down the barrel of the nail in one direction so that I don't skip, right? I'm going to go around your cuticle area in one direction so that I don't skip, and then I'm going to follow through like zone 3 of my barrel. I'm going to follow down here, not this way. So it allows me to come all the way through, and we're done. All I have to do is take this and do some shaping around the perimeter of your nail. And then the last part is actually just coming through, right? The final stage of this is taking my hand, sorry, right? It's taking my hand, how's it going, you guys? And doing my final level of detail work. I am a perfectionist as well. So what I want to be able to achieve is a level of perfection off of the tip, so that you can see now. I'll get it really, really close. Let me just go ahead and put finish gel on top and you guys will see what it looks like. It's crazy.
Love it. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. That looks like, it actually looks like jewels inside my nail.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't need the mixed glitter. It's a matter of layering effect.
Uh-huh.
So when you start off with mylar on the bottom, and then all you have to do is take loose glitter and just tap and start to build layers. Correct? And then just keep putting mylar and confetti, and you just keep a layering process, and then when you overlay with clear over the top, it'll fuse in, and then you're gonna see a lot of dimension. It's not gonna be flat because you have different layers of, you're taking mylar at this level, you're taking mylar at this level, taking confetti at this level. So when you layer it in at different levels and then you overlay it, it ends up looking like that when it's done. It's really easy. It's for me, it's like the easiest way to make money, because like one of the things we recommend here is you have to charge per color. So it's not a matter of saying, okay, I charge $50 or $60 for that full set. It's my standard full set price is $60, and then all the colors I add are additional $5 a color. So the mylar, the confetti, the 4 glitters, right? That's 6 colors times 5 is 30. So that set right there is going for $90. That's how you figure out how much that's going to cost.
Yeah, because nail art, they just come up with a generic cost, and it just can't do that way.
A lot of beginners don't know how to charge for nail art, and then when they get out there, they give it away for free.
Yeah.
Right? You have to think of it as a fine restaurant. Like when you go to Morton's, you don't get all of it, right, for one package price of $40. You have your glass of wine is $10 a glass. You know, gratin potatoes is another 15 bucks. Mac and cheese, like when you're all said and done, it's like $150 for your meal. You're like, dude, I didn't expect to spend 150 bucks in Morton's, but I feel good. So it is the same It is the same thing when you're doing nails, right? It is the same thing when you're doing nails to be able to get that type of effect.
Greg, you're so awesome. Thank you so much.
Doing awesome.
Thank you. Oh my God. Isn't that amazing?